We're starting our video review for section 4.10. That's chapter 4, section 10. And as always, when we start a video, we start with the learning target for the day. The learning target for today is to solve problems involving scale drawings. Well, we've got a few terms that we've got to get the definitions down to. We've got to learn what a scale drawing is, we have to learn what a scale model is, and we have to learn what scale or scale factor is. Some definitions here. A scale drawing is a drawing that is is similar, but either larger or smaller than the actual object. And a scale model is a replica of an original object that is either too large or too small to be built in actual size. And the ratio of a given length on a drawing or a model to its corresponding actual length is called its scale. Let's jump right in and do a problem. Probably the most common problem is the use of maps, where this is used, or maps, sorry. And here's a map that's shown on the drawing, and we're asked to find the distance from Bringston to Altoona. And on the map, when we measured this distance, we actually found it to be 2.5 inches. It doesn't appear that here because the map has been expanded and blown up to make it easier to see. But this is our measured distance on the map, and this is our scale factor. So I can say that 1 inch on the map is 5 miles in real life. And then I can set it up and I can say, well, if I have 2.5 inches on the map, how far is that in real life? I'm going to use my cross products to solve for that. And I'm going to say 1 times x is, of course, x, and 5 times 2.5 is 7.5. So it's 7.5 miles is the real distance between those two towns. Here's a similar problem. Please do this one on your own, and then come back and check the video to see if you've gotten it correct. So pause the video at this time. We're actually find the distance from Springfield to Capital City. And if we measured this distance along the map, the real map, we would find that it's 1.4 inches. So 1.4 inches on the map is equal to an unknown distance in real life, and that's of course equal to the scale factor, which is 1 inch to 7 miles. I'm going to cross multiply. X times 1 inch is x. 7 times 1.4 inches is 9.8, and it's miles. So the distance in this case is 9.8 miles. Another common use for this is to draw buildings. And in this case, we've got a wall in a room that is actually 15 feet long, but its drawing is 6 inches long. What is the scale of the drawing? Well, I'm going to say 6 inches on the drawing is equal to 15 feet in real life. I'm going to write that as a ratio, though, with 1 inch in the numerator. So how can I solve for this unknown x? Cross product works really well. 6x is equal to 15 times 1, or 15. X then would be equal to 15 over 6. And as I go about reducing that, that would become 2 1/2 feet. So 1 inch is to 2 1/2 feet. That's my scale factor. 1 inch represents 2 1/2 feet in real life. 1 inch on the drawing. Here's a similar problem. Please do this one on your own and then come back and check the video. 24 feet is the real length. 10 inches is the drawing length. So I'll say 10 inches is to 24 feet, as 1 inch for my scale factor is to an unknown number of feet. And I'm going to solve. Again, cross products here. 10 times x is 10x is equal to 24 times 1, or 24 feet. Divide both sides by 10. X then would be equal to 2.4 feet. And my scale would be 1 inch is 2.4 feet. 1 inch on the drawing is 2.4 feet in real life. Drawing of a room has a scale of 1 inch to 2 1/2 feet. Find the scale factor. The scale factor, we do have to take into account the units here. So I'm going to say it is 1 inch to 2 1/2 feet, but I need to change 2 1/2 feet into inches so I can have consistent units. So 2 1/2 feet, and I would take that times 12 inches per foot. So 2 1/2 times 12 is 30 inches. So my scale factor is 1 to 30. 1 to 30 written either way. 1 to 30. Drawing of a garage has a scale of 1 inch to 2 2.25 feet. Find the scale factor. All right, it is 1 inch to 2, I'm going to say 0.4 feet. Change my 2/5 to decimal. And again, I need to get rid of the difference in units here. So I'm going to take my denominator times 12 inches per foot. 12 times 2.4 would be 24, plus 4.8 would be 28.8. 1 inch is to 28.8, or 1 to 28.8. That's my scale factor here. The artist who created the Statue of Liberty, which is 152 feet tall, stands in New York Harbor, one model was only 21 inches tall. So that tells me my comparison, my ratio. This is what is the scale of this model. So I'm going to say 21 inches to 152 feet is equal to 1 inch to some unknown number of feet. Doing my cross products here. 21x is equal to 152 feet. Dividing both sides by 21. X then is equal to 152 divided by 21. If I check with my calculator, I think that comes out to be 1 is to 7.2 feet. Let me do that math here on my calculator and just check. And that comes out to be 1.72 approximately. So that's my scale factor. Now, use the scale factor to determine the length of the statue's index finger on the model, which is 8 feet long. So in actuality, it's 8 feet long. That means 1 inch on the drawing, according to this, is to 7.2 feet, as 8 feet is to some unknown number. I'm going to multiply here. 1 times 8 is 8. 7.2 times x is 7.2x. Divide both sides by 7.2. And I will get just plain x. If I actually do that division on my calculator, and I get 1.1 inches. So on the drawing, the index finger of the statue is 1.1 inches long. Similar problem, this one deals with a statue in Springfield, and her model, this student built a model that was 6 inches tall. The actual statue is 27 feet tall, so that gives me my ratio of 6 inches to 27 feet. So I try to reduce that to a 1 inch to an unknown. 27 times 1 is 27. 6 times x is 6x. Divide both sides by 6. 27 divided by 6 is 4.5. 4.5, so my ratio would be 1 inch is 4.5 feet. they asked me to go on, so that's the first answer, but they asked me to go on, and they say the mustache on the statue is actually 3 feet. What is it on the model? The length of the statue on the model. So 1 inch is to 4.5 feet, as an unknown number of inches is to 3 feet. I'm going to do my cross products again. 4.5x is equal to 3. Divide both sides by 4.5. X then is equal to 3 divided by 4.5. And if I do that actually on my calculator, it comes out to be 0.6 with a bar over it, 0.6 with a bar. Thank you.